All right, Panthers, listen up. It's Dur here with some important updates about Lexia Power Up for this school year. All right, let's start with the basics. You might remember that last year the login changed for Lexia, but maybe you're new to Hughes and you need to know how to log in. The first thing that you're going to do is make sure that you go to your Schoology page and then head to the waffle. You'll see the clever login right there at the top. You're going to want to click that first. That's going to take you to a page that looks like this one. Go ahead and click on the lightning bolt icon, which says Lexia Power Up. After that, you're going to end up at your dashboard. Now, your dashboard is going to give you lots of important information. You'll notice that each tile represents a different area in the Lexia program: word study, grammar, and comprehension. For this student, they have only a few minutes left in some of these topics. Yours might say any variety of numbers, but whatever number is here is the amount of minutes that you have left to work in that area. So this student has 16 minutes left to work in word study and 26 minutes left to work in grammar. From this same dashboard, you could find out about all of your progress. Go ahead and click on that trophy there at the end, and that's going to take you to a screen that looks like this. For this screen, it's going to give you all of your statistics. It's going to tell you what you've done this week, what you've done last week, and what you've done overall for all of the years that you've done Lexia. On this top bar in the white, you can toggle from this last box to find out your minutes and your units. Now remember, we're looking at the units more so than the minutes, so pay attention to that number. You'll also see your progress through each one of the different areas. So for this student, these yellow bars that are filled in, that's how far they've gotten. You can look at yours a little bit more closely when you get there, but this is just to give you an idea of what it's going to look like. Now, the number one thing that you're probably concerned about is what is your grade going to come from? So there are some requirements that everybody needs to be aware of. This is going to be a grade every 2 weeks in your English classroom. There's a goal unit of 20 units every 2 weeks. So that's a little different than last year. So everybody needs to make sure that when they have time to do their Lexia, that they're being productive. If you're a 7th grader, go ahead and be prepared to do Lexia during your English class as well as Connections on Tuesday. And also be prepared for your teacher to tell you which area they want you to focus on for each week. So they might say comprehension only this week, or maybe word study. It's going to be at their discretion. Our 8th graders, you all are going to get the chance to select what area you want to work in. Some of you have completed some of the sections. That's awesome. Others of you have all 3 left. It's up to you. Pick the area that you are the most inspired to work in for that day. We also are going to use this program in class as well as Connections on Tuesday. Now, as far as your grade goes, 20 units every 2 weeks is going to break down like this. You'll earn 1 point for every unit that you complete. So if you finish 16 units, then you'll see a 16 out of 20 in SIS. It's pretty simple, really. But if you only finish 1 unit, then you're going to only see a 1 out of 20. And we don't want that to happen to anybody. So make sure you're using your time wisely. Now, keep in mind that these Lexia due dates are firm. Late work is not accepted because we've already moved on to the next 2-week period. Your teachers are going to go ahead and post those reminders for you on Schoology right in your calendar so you won't forget. The last thing to remember is that SIS is going to list Lexia as its own category this year. So you'll see in your gradebook, Lexia, and then the grade. Now, there may be a few of you who are wondering, what do I do if I'm all done? I've finished the whole program. First of all, kudos to you. That's quite an accomplishment. Now, you and your teacher are going to develop a plan for what you'll do during their class, and that's going to be graded in place of Lexia. However, during Connections, make sure that you have a book with you to read quietly, because the people around you are going to be focused on getting themselves through the program as well. If you have specific questions about this, check in with your English teacher and they can tell you more about it. But the main thing for you to know is that during Connections, you need a book. Now, we all believe in you. We know that you could do it. We want to get everybody through this program so that everybody can move on to something exciting as well. So, believe in yourself, work hard, and get that A. 20 units, 20 points.